So let's talk about how to embody the new identity, your new identity, so fully that it becomes your default state. There's a moment in your journey where the version of you that you've been trying to become stops feeling like effort and starts feeling natural. And that's what we call embodiment. And that's where everything changes. Embodiment is the concrete representation, expression, or physical manifestation of an abstract idea, quality, or spirit. It refers to the state of being embodied, as in incarnation, or the active process of living through the body's sensations, connecting conscious awareness with physical experience. It is often described as mindfulness for the body. Welcome back to Creative Metaphysics. Today we are going a little deeper into identity work, because understanding who you want to be is not enough. You have to become it, and not just sometimes, but consistently, until it becomes your default. When we break this open, the first thing that we realize is it stops feeling like an act. At first, the new identity feels like something you're trying. You have to think about it, remind yourself, push yourself into it, because it's not familiar yet and it hasn't become you. But over time, that changes. I'll tell you a story about when it felt forced for me. There was a time where I had to remind myself constantly, show up, speak clearly, move with confidence. It didn't feel natural. It felt like effort. And part of me thought, this isn't really me. But looking back, it was me. Just not the version I was used to yet. Ask yourself, what are you doing right now that still feels like effort? And what if that effort is actually the process of becoming? You see, repetition creates identity. You don't become this version of yourself once. You become it repeatedly, over and over and over again. One action doesn't change your identity, but repeated actions, they rewrite it. There's a shift that happens through repetition. There was a point where I stopped looking for a big moment. I stopped waiting to feel ready. Like, this is it. I now feel ready. And I just kept showing up again and again and again. And slowly, something changed. It got easier, more natural, less forced. And that's when I realized that it wasn't about doing it perfectly. It was about doing it consistently. Be honest. Are you waiting for it to feel natural before you keep going? Or are you willing to repeat it until it becomes natural? You see, your body has to believe it. This is deeper than behavior. Your system has to feel safe. It has to feel safe being seen. You have to feel safe expressing yourself. You have to feel safe moving forward. Because if your body doesn't feel safe, it will pull you back. No matter what you think, it will pull you back. I think about when it finally felt calm for me. There was a moment where I noticed something shift. I showed up and I didn't feel the same tension. No tightness, no hesitation, just presence. And that's when I knew something deeper had changed. Not just what I was doing, but how I felt when I was doing it. Ask yourself, do you feel tense when you show up? Or do you feel grounded? Because that's what tells you where you are in the process. And if you're starting to see that this process is deeper than just action, this is exactly why I created the Creator's First Shift. It helps you understand the internal patterns that are shaping your behavior, the beliefs behind those patterns, and how to start shifting them in a real, practical way. So you're not just trying to act differently. You're actually becoming different. The link is in the description. Costs about the same as a cup of coffee, but the shift it creates in how you show up daily, that's what leads to real embodiment. You see, the real test happens under pressure. It's easy to act like a new version of you when things are calm. But the real question is, who are you when things feel off? When you're tired? When you're stressed? When you're simply just not sure? Because that's when your default shows up. That's the real you, the default you, the current you. Ask yourself, when pressure hits, who takes over? Is it the old version of you, or is it the new one? Is it what you were before, or is it what you're becoming? And that answer matters. You've got to realize that small moments build identity. This doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens in small ones. Choosing to show up, choosing to move forward, choosing to trust yourself. Every small decision is a brick in your identity. Really, really ask yourself, what are your small moments building? The old version of you or the new one? And truth be told, you have to practice until it becomes you. Here's how it works. You define the identity. You choose one trait. You act from it. You notice when you fall back, and you return. Every time you return, you strengthen that new identity. Ask yourself this: what is one way you can act today as the version of you that you're becoming? And then live that. Remember this: you don't force a new identity. You practice it until it becomes natural, until it becomes you. And when it does, you stop trying. You start being. That's when your creativity flows. That's when your confidence stabilizes. That's when your results follow. Because this is no longer something you're doing. It's who you are. And that's the shift.